Aren't you tired of saying the same thing over and over again?
Aren't you tired of being combative as soon as you walk into a room?
Today, the housewives gang up on Monique in Potomac. Ashley gets closure in Atlanta.
I mean, that 5 seconds of eye contact meant so much.
And Andy Cohen's assistant, Daryn Carp, is here to break it all down.
Maybe Andy Cohen's number 2, but I wrote all 3 of his books.
This is your reality check.
This is Jesus at his finest.
Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Please excuse our appearance. Our other studio is currently getting a little bit of a facelift. I should probably get one too. So we're going to be here for the next couple of days, but we'll be back to our regular studio next week. I'm Lyndsey Rodrigues. Welcome to Reality Check. Luckily, we have got 2 amazing guests today, so you're not even going to notice our surrounds because you're just going to be looking at them. We have Andy Cohen's assistant, Daryn Carp. She's back. And also People.com writer and reporter, Dave Quinn.
Hey.
You guys, the
Hello.
dream team back together. How are you?
I mean, we're getting married after this.
Oh, thruple.
We would never forget you, of course.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here to kick off the week the right way. Also, guys, of course, we have a question of the day, so make sure you head over to @People on Twitter. Our question of the day is, wait for it. So if you saw last night's Real Housewives of Potomac, then you'll know exactly what this is about. Do you think it's shady to share private texts with your friends? Make sure you go to @People's Twitter poll to cast your votes, and we'll reveal what you thought later in the show. But before we get started, Daryn and Dave, shady or not shady to share private texts from friends?
I'm going with shady because to me, and you can speak to this even more as a reporter, like, everything's got to be off the record when you're having a conversation. Texting nowadays is like having a one-on-one right here.
And unless I carry a pigeon to your enemy's house.
Well, yeah, and like I don't want my work to have access to my text messages. Like there's a reason for that, and you know, private things said should be kept private.
Yeah.
And intention is really important when you're having conversations with people, and sometimes when they see those words, they don't necessarily understand the intention that you have behind them.
Yep.
I think it's best to keep it in the text.
You know what we need? We need those things from Harry Potter, you know, the howlers, where you send a message to someone and then it explodes.
Yes.
Leaves no trace of the evidence.
That's like the new Snapchat. Like the next wave of Snapchat is your phone just disintegrates.
I think that is a foolproof plan, basically. All right, well, you guys get voting on that, and Dave, Daryn, and I are going to break down the biggest stories of the day with our top 5. At number 5, Bodie Miller and his wife Morgan are expecting. The couple announced on Monday that they are pregnant with twin boys, something Morgan said was a complete shock for the couple. Now, this news comes over a year after the couple lost their 19-month-old daughter, Emmeline Greer, who died in a tragic drowning accident. And Morgan says that from the beginning of their relationship, Bodie always said he wanted identical twin boys born on his birthday. The couple revealed in an Instagram post that the twins are due on November 11th, almost 1 month the day after Bodie's birthday. So this is such happy news following what was a really traumatic experience for the couple. What do you think the best thing about either having twins or being a twin would be?
Ooh. Oh my God. I would think that I would get to share clothes.
Yes.
Right? I mean, and like potentially skip school.
Yes.
And have the other one cover for me.
Exactly.
I'm just thinking in that way.
Or
maybe on a date, if I don't want to do that, I'd be like, hey, come pinch it for
You're
me.
basically describing every Ashley and Mary Kate Olsen movie at all. That's the only thing you know about twins.
If your parents got divorced, you could do the whole Parent Trap thing.
Right. Yes.
Lindsay Lohan.
I'm actually impressed, though, getting like 1 month almost to the day of his birthday is like, that's good scheduling.
They deserve it, though.
They do.
I mean,
They really
going
do.
through infant loss is horrendous. So
And
I'm
they're
really glad
both
that
so
this is
inspiring for sharing this story and for, you know, being so transparent about the dangers of pools and all of this thing that really happened in an instant to them. So I'm so happy for them.
I'm excited for them. They have
Congrats
such a
to the
beautiful
happy
family.
couple.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the little boys. And more babies at number 4 because Lauren Duggar is bumping on. The 20-year-old first-time mum-to-be shared a candid Instagram post featuring 2 photos where she's cradling her baby bump. She captioned the post, "Life is such a gift and something I cherish more with all that we've gone through this past year." Back in February, the TLC stars revealed they had suffered a miscarriage in October. And Lauren goes on to say, "This pregnancy hasn't been easy. I treasure every moment and I'm reminded daily that life is truly a miracle from God." Now, the couple was all smiles as they posed in front of a sign reading, "Rainbow after the storm, baby number 2." There are so many Duggars.
No,
at
there's
this
like so many
point.
Duggars.
Like there are, what, 73 and counting? I don't know. When will we stop counting, do you think?
There are small country. I think like they're just a small little population. But is this baby considered a Duggar? Like, is it going to have the Duggar last name?
It will not, but it is part of the greater
harem of Duggars.
Yes, yeah.
I just assume you all are Duggars. There's enough Duggars around there that you probably have met
We're
a
all
Duggar.
third cousins.
I mean, look, I haven't done a 23andMe yet, so anything is possible.
You could be a Duggar.
It's like half, Lithuanian, half Duggar. And that's the ethnicity that we're
That's
going
it.
with.
Oh my God, it's going to be a thing, you guys. At number 3, Misha Barton and James Abercrombie have reportedly split up after 2 years of dating. The Hills' New Beginnings star and the model started dating in the spring of 2017 and decided to end their relationship so that Misha could focus on her career. A source told People, this is the first time Misha is actually having a second life in her career and she wants to focus on it. The pair met at a party in LA in 2017. Now, it is really great that Misha is getting a second shot at showbiz. I've been a fan of her since she played Marissa Cooper on The OC. But is it worth losing love over?
I don't think so. I mean, it depends how great the love is in the first place. If she can't have the relationship and the career, I think she needs to figure out why.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think that you should just break up with someone because you want to focus on their career. As long as they can support you, I feel like the love will last a little bit longer.
I wonder if this was like a Patrick and Stassi kind of situation where he didn't want to be on the show and it was causing a rift between them. And obviously the Hills has been picked up for a 3rd season.
It could
second
be.
Season.
But, I think that when you have a last name of Abercrombie, you obviously are used to stardom in a certain way. I don't think that he really shies away from that sort of thing. It really feels as though she's just kind of looking forward. And, I mean, what is more having a second career than leaving Abercrombie in the past?
Maybe
That's
she
called
can date
getting
Justin.
out of the 2000s,
Maybe
right?
she'll date Justin Bobby. And then
Maybe
he'll
she
be
will.
like, Hills season 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny, though? Because in The OC, her boyfriend, Luke, on the show, they used to refer to him as Abercrombie because he wore it, and then she ended up dating Abercrombie models, so it's all very meta.
That's
There you
wild.
go.
I know way too much about The OC. At number 2, hours before People exclusively announced Miley Cyrus split from her husband, Liam Hemsworth, the star was photographed kissing Brody Jenner's ex, Caitlyn Carter. They were in Italy. Now, on Sunday, Brody shared a post on Instagram seemingly poking fun at his current relationship drama. And when his Hills co-star Brandon Thomas Lee left a comment, Brody responded, "Pics of Liam and I holding hands on the beach coming soon." His remark didn't go unnoticed as Miley soon left a comment of her own, writing, "Go cool off, #HotGirlSummer." In the meantime, my man Liam, a fellow Aussie, he's leaning on family in the aftermath of his split from the songstress. And when asked about it, he told the Daily Mail Australia, "You don't understand what it's like. I don't want to talk about it, mate." That is such an Australian expression. We're so private. We're such a private people. But Miley was seen in the studio. There she is. We don't know if she's still in Italy, if she's back stateside, but she's obviously hit the recording booth. So do you think that she's going to be singing about the split?
I would imagine so. I mean, musicians tend to be pretty emotional and in tune. This seems like really good fodder to write some good stuff. I would imagine she would mention it.
And Bangers, her album, was really about their relationship.
Yes.
And they were on a break. And, now it's time to get right back in the studio and really channel those raw emotions that she's feeling into some great songs. I'm
Yes.
looking
This was a
forward to it.
split, not necessarily a divorce.
Yeah.
They're not divorced yet. They've broken up before. They've gotten back together.
Right.
They were on and off for years before finally getting married last year. So maybe they'll reconcile, maybe they won't. But in the meantime, it looks like she's taking Meryl Streep's advice that she got from Carrie Fisher, and that is turn your broken heart and make it into art.
Yes.
Wow.
So at number 1, Serena Williams retired from the Rogers Cup final match in a shocking defeat to a 19-year-old Canadian. The 23-time Grand Slam champion had to withdraw from the match due to a back injury. A tearful Serena told the crowd, "I'm sorry, I couldn't do it today. I tried, but I just couldn't do it." Her opponent, Bianca Andreescu, consoled the tennis champ and went on to say, "This isn't the way I expected to win. You are truly a champion on and off the court. This has been a dream come true." I mean, speaking of Meryl Streep, I feel like playing tennis against Serena is like acting opposite Meryl. But the US Open is only a few weeks away. Do we think that Serena will make a full recovery in time to compete?
If anyone could do it, it's Serena Williams.
I
She
hope
is
so.
Certainly
Yeah.
the person to do it. I mean, she is a beast on the tennis court, and I think that she could really come back and play strong.
And listen, she's getting up there in years in terms of just being a tennis player. And so I think she wants to bang out as much as possible. And I don't think she wants to miss this season of the US Open at all. So hopefully she'll be back.
Yeah. Otherwise, I want my money back for those tickets. Well, we have to go to break, but when we come back, we are talking all about Potomac, where it was open season at Paul Robbins' open house. Stay tuned.
That's why I blocked you out.
Blocked me out? You was in my mother. Get out of my damn house. Get out of my house.
Welcome back to the show. I am here with not one, but two housewife experts, Andy Cohen's assistant, Daryn Carp, and People.com writer and reporter, Dave Quinn.
Hi.
So glad that you guys are back and that, Daryn, we didn't scare you off the first time that you were here.
I've been waiting here just to be asked back on. I've never left the building. I've been sleeping outside.
Well, you look fantastic.
That was me. Thank you. I showered today. Welcome, thank
You
you.
look better than our studio does right now, but that's temporary, as I mentioned before. Why don't we dive into last night's Real Housewives of Potomac?
Yes.
There's a lot to get into, but before we get into that very heated discussion at the open house, we have to touch on the really traumatic way that the episode started, where Ashley took a trip to Atlanta to finally see her dad. Let's watch.
He just closed the door. He literally locked the door and just slammed it in her face.
I know we did. I'm sorry.
What can I do?
You can't do anything.
I can't do anything.
This was really difficult to watch.
Horrible.
Dave, you even tweeted about it last night. Tell me how you were feeling when you were watching this, because this is a very intense way to begin an episode of a TV show.
Well, I mean, for me especially, like, I just think it's so harrowing, especially to do that in the first place, let alone do it on camera for a lot of people to see. Like, sort of the ultimate rejection, especially from your own, not only your own blood, but your father, that you've been craving and wanting for. I mean, this has been sort of a story with Ashley since the beginning, and it was one of the first things she's come out to say. So I feel crushed for her that she had to experience that. That's horrendous and horrible, and I just hope she can find some peace with it.
Yeah, this really hits home for me personally. I haven't spoken to my parents in about 15 years. So watching this was really, really tough, and just kind of seeing her kind of try to have a relationship with someone who should love her unconditionally but wasn't really interested in doing that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
She got a lot of flack on social media about the fact that she brought a camera crew to do this with her father, and as far as I'm concerned, any means necessary. She had tried on Facebook. She had tried multiple times.
I agree. And listen, they're on a show about their life, and it's important for them and the audience to be aware that they're being vulnerable along with us live as it's happening, and that's really important. Not everything in a housewife's life, as we know, is glamorous and glitzy and beautiful. There's tragic things that happen even as an adult, and it's important for the audience to see that.
And look, as a reality star, she does have maybe not a responsibility, but hopefully this was a moment for some of her fans who may be experiencing something similar, giving them a clue of what maybe to expect. So if you go down this path of trying to search for a biological parent that maybe hasn't shown interest in seeing you, it might not go the way that you want it to. But ultimately, she handled it quite stoically, I think.
Well, she's a person who keeps her emotions really close to herself anyway, so I expected that sort of a reaction.
She's
the
very
thing
strong.
is that in the Housewives universe, after all these years, we've seen certain scenes and scenarios a few times before, and this one has happened in the past. Kenya Moore on the Real Housewives of Atlanta tried to meet her mother, I believe, and had the same sort of experience, and it was equally powerful. I think that you kind of can't get over this, you know, and it's nice to see it again in a way, because it reminds people that not everybody's family relationships are exactly as sweet as
families are complicated.
And I think it also brought her mom and her closer together, certainly with her aunt, who she hadn't seen in, I think, what, 12 years or something? So hopefully there'll be light at the end of the tunnel.
And now she has her own son as well, so hopefully she can create that happy family unit that maybe she didn't grow up with.
A little Darby.
You know,
a little Darby.
It's funny though, because I was talking to her last night as the episode aired, and I said that exact thing to her. You're able to now break the cycle, which I think is powerful.
Very powerful.
Glad that we could actually, end that conversation on a positive note. Of course, it was very brave of her to do what she did, and it was also very brave of Giselle to just walk right into Robin's open house and just get right to it with Monique. Let's watch.
You were gonna hug me? Third year in a row, you're like, ow, Giselle and Robin don't like me. Giselle and Robin don't like me. But aren't you tired of saying the same thing over and over again?
Tired of being combative as soon as
I'm
you
not
walk into
combative.
a room? You
I don't
are.
understand.
You
Did she say
are.
something to you?
Oh, Lord. I need to sit down.
I mean, let's get right to it.
Giselle's so brave. She's so brave. Harrowing. Harrowing
Harrowing stuff. I mean, look, Monique is heavily pregnant. Did she deserve to just be accosted like that?
It was like, I don't even think they had the hug.
No.
Like, I think as Giselle was squeezing, she pushed her off and was like, what's up with this? So you gotta give it to Giselle for stirring the pot and being willing to take the heat. But I do think there's a time and a place, especially with a pregnant woman and especially at her party.
I know. I mean, my God. And then things got even more intense because then Candace arrived and they got into the whole Textgate scandal. Let's watch that.
All of a sudden, now you guys want to be BFFs. Ashley trashed you last year,
And I feel like Monique tried to use me as a ladder to climb up to get to Ashley.
Why is it rubbing you so wrong?
I'm not rubbed. I'm moisturized. I'm fine.
I mean, that was a fantastic comeback.
Yes.
And the question remains, we talked about this at the top of the show, and it's our question of the day as well. Like, you know, did Monique do the right thing in showing Ashley the messages between her and Candace?
I don't. I mean, listen, I understand being a friend, right? And I understand, like, you want to support your friend. But I also just think that when you do it that way, you bring in way more drama, stirs way more stuff. If you're going to do it, have everyone be in the room for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, Monique went on Instagram Live after the show, and she defended herself yet again last night, saying that the reason why she did that is because in the past, a lot of her words have been twisted. And she really felt as though Ashley had apologized for the big tiff that they had last season. They were trying to make up their friendship. And here is exactly what it is.
Receipts.
And for that, I will say, I respect her for it. You know what I mean? Like, put it all out on the table.
Yeah.
She's willing to take the heat for it.
It's good TV.
True.
I will tell you that.
And we're actually going to have Monique in the studio next week, so we're definitely going to be asking her all about those text messages. In the meantime, why don't we see what you guys thought about Monique showing those text messages? So this was actually a very close one, but with 51%, the fans seem to think that Monique was, in fact, being a messy queen by showing those text messages.
That's a draw right off the bat. 51%.
I mean, it's basically a tie.
Yeah, you could go either way.
I still just love how pregnant she is. She's sitting back. And then the thought that they're having that argument and, like, somebody's showing the house.
Robin is trying, that's the thing. Robin was trying to sell a house. I really felt for her. The buyer left. There's people selling pot out the front. I was like, this is a mess, but my God, it's good.
Gotta love Potomac.
Right now, we are going to take a very quick break, but when we come back, we're going to play a game that's really going to test Dave and Daryn's housewife knowledge. Don't go anywhere, guys. Get ready.
I'm nervous.
You get ready too. Welcome back to Reality Check. Daryn Carp and Dave Quinn are in the temporary house.
Yes.
How are you guys doing?
Nervous.
Yeah.
Nervous for this quiz. He's going to kill me, and I've been at Bravo for 8.5 years, so it's going to be embarrassing for me. I
look,
know
you guys are both basically graduates of Bravo University, but today we want to see if you can get your masters. That's what this is all about, all right? So we're going to put your skills to the test with a little game we like to call Whose Tagline Is It Anyway? So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to give you the name, or the tagline, sorry, of a housewife from various franchises, and they're going to be past and present, and you need to tell me who said that. And for every housewife you get correct, you get a point, and at the end, we'll see who wins.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's begin. Who said this? I won Miss USA, not Miss Congeniality.
Kenya Moore.
Who
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I knew that.
Who said it?
I won Miss USA, not Miss Congeniality.
It's Kenya.
That is 1 point to Dave Quinn. Kenya Moore, yeah.
This is me buzzing.
This is rigged. This is rigged already.
One question in. That was season 5 for those of you playing at home. A little FYI. All right, here's the second one. I never throw the first punch, but I'm always a knockout.
Oh my God! Wait, who is that?
Do you know it?
No, just answer it. It's like it could be a Potomac.
I think it's Tamra Judge from Real Housewives.
You think
of
it's
Orange
Tamra?
County?
Daryn, do you want to put your hat in the ring? Is that an expression?
Yeah, why not? I'll put my hat in the ring. I have got absolutely no idea. Tamra's a really good guess. I'll say it's Ashley from Potomac, even though that's wrong.
Okay, let's see who said it.
I never throw the first punch, but I'm always a knockout.
I should have known it was Jersey. I'm
Well,
from Jersey.
Real Housewives
She
of
is a
New
knockout,
Jersey,
too.
season 4. So
The
that's 1
J-Lo of
point
Bravo.
to Dave, Daryn.
Okay, I know.
Okay. All right. I didn't keep up with the Joneses. I am the Joneses.
Easy. Nene Leakes, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Season 1.
You're in agreement?
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Let's have a
I
look.
knew that.
Let's have a look.
I don't keep up with the Joneses. I am the Joneses.
Yes.
There you go. Yep, seasons 1 and 2.
Nene Leakes
Nene
season
Leakes.
1 is like...
That's 2 points to Dave. Daryn, you
like
got
that's half a point to me, but that's fine. That's fine.
That's 1 point to you.
It's cool, yeah.
1 and 2 points.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. My faith is strong, and my ass isn't bad either.
Oh my God, that's gonna be Tamra from the Real
that's Tamra
Housewives of
Judge.
Orange County.
Let's have a look.
My faith is strong.
Yes.
And my ass isn't bad either.
She looks fantastic.
Season 11, Orange County. That's you each get a point.
I was thinking True Faith with
Yes,
Ramona,
with
so I had to
Ramona.
process. Thank you for
But
being
that
a
would
little
be her
slow on the
skin,
giddy up.
her
Yes.
You got it. See, I feel like, we're hitting our stride
Yeah,
now.
we got it.
All right. Here's one for you. My yacht may have sailed, but my ship is coming in.
Sonia Morgan, Real Houses in New York City, right?
Yep, it is definitely Sonia.
Who said that?
My yacht may have sailed, but my ship is coming in.
Season 7, Real Housewives of New York, and you each get a point for that one too.
That could have really been any of them. Like in a way, it makes sense for all of them. But yes,
Yes, that's actually funny that you said that because when we were rehearsing this game and we were testing each other's knowledge, someone actually said that. Like, this could go for anyone.
It could be, yeah.
Yep.
This also could be any of them. People call me a gold digger, but they just want what I have. Who said that?
I feel like it's Jersey and Dave. I think that's
no,
Jersey.
go.
Oh, I want it. I can't be Melissa again. Can it be Melissa again? I'll go with Melissa Gorga again.
I mean, it is one of those ones that really could be anybody, and I know it, like it's in my head.
No, I
can
know
hear
it.
People call me a gold digger, but they just want what I have. I'm gonna go with Erica Jane.
Who said it?
That's a really good guess. People call me a gold digger, but they just want what I have.
Yeah,
Zolciak.
Kim Zolciak Bierman from Atlanta, seasons 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't switch it up in between the seasons for that time.
Yeah.
Neither of you got a point for that one. Sadly, I'm sorry.
We get sad points for that one. Pity points.
You'll get 1,000,000 points if you get this one, because this is very obscure.
Okay.
I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm pretty.
But I'm pretty. Kristen Taekman.
Real Housewives in New York City.
That was the best one. Yeah, Kristen Taekman.
I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm pretty.
Yes.
That was my favorite tagline of all time.
That's great.
It's like, what?
Yeah, that one in the holla with Heather.
Oh,
very
Heather,
iconic, very iconic.
Well, you each get a point. Well, I
Yes.
said 1,000,000 points, but I lied.
better when we
Teamwork, point
work
each.
together.
Teamwork.
All right, if you're not about the namaste, get the hell out of my way.
I think that's Teresa Giudice
Teresa, yep.
in Jersey.
Real Housewives
Who said
of
it?
New Jersey.
If you're not about the namaste, get the hell out of my way.
I like that they say it as birds are flying on her arm.
I know. So I guess she found
That's
yoga
namaste.
in prison. Can I get those results in my ear one more time, please?
I think it's a twat.
I think.
Dave, you win. It was 6-5. You were so close, though, Daryn. You
He
5
cheated.
points to you, 6 to Dave.
Wait, Daryn,
I
do you have
demand a
tagline?
recount.
What's your tagline?
I think it would have to be, I might be Andy's number 2, but I wrote all 3 of his books. Even though that's not true.
Good.
That's not true. I didn't write all 3 of his books.
But I was
yes.
actually thinking that when we played at the top of the show, I was like, that should be the tagline.
Yeah.
Dave?
Mine is I may be a writer, but I can read a bitch.
Oh,
That's good, right?
I thought you were going to be like, I may be a writer, but I'm pretty.
But I'm pretty.
maybe mine should be, I may be from down under, but you're the one who's going down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Improv.
wow.
Hey, all
Amazing.
right, we are going to take our last break of the day. Thanks so much for playing that game, you guys. What great sports you are. On the other side, we are hitting you with our daily moment from reality TV history, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the show, guys. Are you ready for a trip down memory lane?
Oh, yes.
All right, well, here is another great moment in reality TV history that was a futuristic fail. Enjoy.
You told anybody else except us in the room about this?
Yes, I have.
And you're still walking around free, I see.
Sure.
In this 2009 episode of Shark Tank, Daryn pitches the sharks a Bluetooth ionic ear that needs to be surgically implanted.
We're going to operate on people.
Yes, we are.
We're going to stick something in near their brain.
No,
we
no,
may
no, no,
not
no.
puncture their ear. You know what?
Damon is out right away.
It's pretty disturbing, and it freaks me out. I'm already out.
Then Daryn explains the charging process.
Should you stick that needle in your head every night to charge it?
Yes, you would.
Okay,
Whoa,
you don't
whoa,
think...
whoa, whoa,
Oh, wait.
hang on, Shereen.
What happens if you miss, Daryn?
So that you can't miss.
No, you can't miss.
And the pitch pretty much goes downhill from there.
Daryn, I'm out.
I am out. This is the weirdest damn thing I ever heard.
Don't call me, I'll call you. I'm out.
Despite the unanimous hard pass, Daryn's ionic ear pitch is one of the great moments in reality history.
One time in the shower, you're going to just short out.
That became every Black Mirror episode ever.
Not every Daryn has the best idea.
Yeah.
Not every Daryn
You
has
may have
the
written
best
3
idea.
books. This guy was just like straight up trying to stab people in the head. Well, sadly, that is all we have time for today, guys. Thank you so much for being here. People.com, writer and reporter Dave Quinn, and of course, Annie Cohen's assistant Daryn Carp. I hope that you'll come back to battle it out once again with housewife knowledge and all of that good stuff.
Give me the answers ahead of time.
Next time I will. Remember to follow @People on Twitter to watch the newest episode of Reality Check, streaming every day at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues, and I will check you tomorrow. You guys.